Right then, right then.
Right then, hey up, how's it going?
Good evening, everyone. Oh, we're having a bit of a faff here. For those of you that follow us on Facebook, we've just literally, as we were walking back to our room to do the live with you, I got that light on my glasses again. I'm like, Carole.
The lighting here is awful, unfortunately, and I look really grainy, and that's even with my glasses on, and even with the 2 pints of lager I've drank.
But anyway, just so you know, for anyone that follows us on Facebook, we've had someone clone our account. We've not been hacked. Our account is perfectly safe. It's just someone's pretending to be us. I feel it now. Emma Cruz has got 5 people pretending to be us. Someone's pretending to be us. Just wanted to highlight that straight away. So if you are getting anyone pretending to this account here, I don't know if you can see it. It's hard with the. Actually, I don't know if you can. I'll try and get. Can you see that there?
This is how you'll know it's not a real account. It's only a picture of me.
Yeah, and it's got poor.carole.travel. So just so you guys know, our account's safe. It's just someone's pretending to be us and trying to obviously speak to all people that follow us. So yeah, so that's not a nice start, is it? Because we've been having such a lovely time in Warner's, haven't we?
Well, the thing is that I've got a different outlook on it. It obviously must mean we're getting popular because people's pretending to be us. Carole's got a bit upset by all because we had an issue.
I'm frustrated.
We put a post out a couple of days ago. We had about 7,000 people messaging us from Pakistan and Uganda and places like that, wishing us, all the religious people coming out of the woodwork. We haven't got an issue with religion.
No.
But just, pastor this, evangelist that, all met
just
to
potential
the point.
Scammers in it, but we blocked them all.
We blocked them all, which took about 14 hours.
Yeah. And we've removed the post, which is frustrating. But we've been told that this will happen because people just pretend to be, because for what gain, isn't it? So if you do get a strange request from us or a comment that it's not us, it's not the picture of the 2 of us on, do not click on any links and just delete. And please, can you report it? We just reported it, and we've got lots of messages coming through that people are reporting it. So we appreciate you doing that. So thank you so much. So
if it's just my ugly mug, it's not really us.
Yeah, I'll try and
let's put all this rubbish behind us.
Yes,
and let's crack on.
Yes. So we are currently at Warner's in Home Lacey in Herefordshire, and we're having such a lovely family time, aren't we, Paul? We're here with Paul's dad and sister and brother and brother-in-law and Paul's son Lucas and his girlfriend, and we've had a great time. It's our last night, so which we're sad about because it's been great fun. What Warners do this time of year, they do like turkey and tinsel. So this is our 4th night. So we did Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and tonight's New Year's Eve.
It is. And we've been to the pantomime today.
We haven't.
If you ever wanted proof that we don't rehearse for our lives, that was it there.
Yes. Anyway, so let's see who's in. I can see there's lots of people here. Lots of people in America that won't be with us tonight because it's Thanksgiving, isn't it? So however you're however you're celebrating Thanksgiving in the US, our friends over the pond, then have a fabulous time, and we'll catch up with you soon. So Sean's here, so that's always lovely to see Sean. If you've got a question, please start with a question. So yes, if you've got anything about Warner's or cruise or travel or anything at all, then please do let us know. Like exactly what I said, Kevin in New York, so he's heading over to his parents for dinner. So lots of people won't be here tonight, but everyone that is here, so thank you so much for coming. Now, Peter's asking, have you voyaged in the Queen's Grill on Cunard? I'm going QE Christmas cruise this year, Australia and New Zealand. Peter from New Zealand, from Australia, sort of looking at the flag. We haven't done Queen's Grill, have we?
No.
So we can't comment on it, but we've heard that it's got excellent food. In particular, is supposed to be quite immense, and the private air is lovely. I believe with the Cunard Queen's Grill, listening to Gary and people that have done the sort of the luxury ship within the ship, then gosh. Oh dear, you're not going to believe this. Our GP surgery is just calling because about immunisation. So I'm going to go and speak to them a minute while Paul carries on.
So it's just me then. Me running the show. So when I said if there's just me on there, it's a fake account. This is not a fake account. This is just me.
Yes,
so Carole's like, she's trying to sort out our jabs ready for Thailand. And I'm trying to work out how to do the scroll. So to answer your question, Peter, no, we haven't. We were lucky enough to be invited into Queen's Grill by one of our YouTube followers, but we've never actually booked to be in there. We've told it's pretty spectacular. There's a separate dining room. There's a separate bar. There's a separate sort of coffee courtyard area. But there's not like a pool or anything like that. But so it's up to you whether you want to go to that extra expense, but we can't really advise you either way. So I can only apologise for that. So let's see. Oh my God, I can't believe I've been allowed in to do the scrolly thing. I'm looking for questions and I can see lots of names going past. Google Claire evening, Kevin Austin evening, Life in the Parks, Lee B, Jerry Capstick. Just a big up to Jerry because he's just joined our YouTube membership. So thanks for joining, Jerry. And Jerry's also got a new profile picture and he looks a bit less like the lead singer of Judas Priest now, but he'll always be the lead singer of Judas Priest to me. John Freeman, as you know, not only have you been cloned, found a comment I never wrote, all hail the tea towel. I just do not understand the sad individuals that want to go. I wish I had the technology to clone an account. I truly do, but it's just like, what is wrong with you? Just get a life, you sad individuals. But yeah, thanks for letting us know, John. But yeah, keep up the tea towel comments because we love them. Right,
we're YouTubers and we're in the middle of YouTube live. So
it sounded like I might have to go and speak to the doctor in a minute because she won't speak to Carole. Could
you call us back tomorrow? Would that be okay?
Corinne, so Monday? Which panto? Well, she's doing Robin Hood and Babes in the Wood. We've just watched Cinderella. I have to say it was the first effort of Cinderella for Warner's this year. They're down a couple of staff members, so they were sort of more people playing more parts than they anticipated, but in true pantomime style, it was really good fun.
So
I don't know that noisy woman is in the background. Keep talking. What else we got here? I've got to the bottom already. I don't even know what I'm doing. So we've got Millie. Hello to you both. Thank you, Millie. Hello from St. John, Newfoundland. He's a newfie. Hello, Danny. Nice to see you.
Then we go to the Caribbean. So we fly to the Caribbean. So okay.
Question. Still no excursions to book with Morella. Contacted to you. They said they're changing excursion suppliers. Have you heard anything about this? No. To be fair, obviously we've only done the one Morella cruise this year, and like we said before, Mandy, we did the cruise control thing, and they were all there ready for us to book. So I would love to give you words of wisdom, but unfortunately I haven't got any for you, which wouldn't be the first time in my life, I might add.
Okay. Okay.
Nigel Roberts says, you must be as popular as Martin Tyler. He was impersonated too. We enjoy watching you whilst having a beer. Well, I've had a couple of beers today, which you can probably tell, but yeah, I mean, we're big time like Martin Lewis now, but all this deep fake stuff. I mean, nobody's gone to the lengths of trying to actually physically be us. But yeah, I don't get the deep fakey. That's just random stuff. Oh, and Holly. Oh,
that's okay.
Holly's listening while putting the turkey. Well, make sure you don't burn it, Holly, because obviously we're going away with Holly next week, so we're really looking forward to that. So I'm sure Bob will tell us if you burn the turkey. But for all our American friends, have a fantastic day. Wise words from Kevin again. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It really does help the channel. And Kevin, or anybody else in Canada, can you educate me? Is Thanksgiving just America, or is it also in Canada? Because I genuinely don't know.
For both me and my husband.
And Jackie's saying hello there from Ontario. See you soon on Azamara. Yes, Jackie, we look forward to that. And we can even say, can you buy us a beer? Because it's all inclusive. So we don't even have to rely on anybody. We can just do our own thing on our beers. Oh, Spencer Davis, there's only one Paulie and Carole. Happy Thursday. Thank you, Spencer. Oh, this phone call so much longer than I anticipated. She's hanging me out to dry, isn't she?
4th of January. And we'll come in and see you at 2:10.
Hey, both having a wonderful Christmas. Hope you're. Yeah, we are having it. Yeah, Tom and Dom did Warner's the Cotswold one, but we're at the Hereford one, which we've now done 3 times, and we're having a fabulous time. Thank you very much.
Okay.
She's going to bail me out soon because I'm starting to panic.
Cheers. Bye. Bye.
And as Kevin has so rightly pointed out, I've got new glasses. I hope you enjoy them. She's back. Hey.
Dear. Sorry about that. We've been trying to get. I don't know what you've talked about.
Don't panic, mate. Well, when we started, we had 900 people watching, and now we've got 4. So I think I don't know.
Oh dear! Did Paul explain what was going on?
Yes,
that's fine.
Didn't.
No, he didn't. Basically, we were getting our immunisations updated for all our travel because for tetanus, etc., you have to have it at 10 years. So that was the GP nurse who was supposed to ring me at 3 o'clock this afternoon. But anyway, we're all sorted now. So where are we then, Paulie Morgan? So what you've been talking about?
Just a load of old waffle, to be honest.
So so Holly is here from San Diego. Have you done these?
Holly's cooking the turkey. I've already spoken to Holly.
Have you already?
Yeah, you just hover over stuff and I'll tell you.
So Tom and Dom, we said hello to Tom and Dom.
Yeah, said hello to Tom and Dom.
Why didn't you scroll down there?
I scrolled right to the bottom. See, like I did my best, didn't I? And she sat down here and she's bloody criticising me. I can't believe it.
So
I haven't spoken to Andy and Carole, huh?
So, it looks like you've been having a great Christmas time at Warner's. We have. It's fun. Warner's, for those that you don't know, is Warner Leisure Hotels have hotels or big stately homes that they lease throughout the country in the UK. And what they do is very similar to a cruise. It's you book for 3 or 4 night break, and it includes all your food, it includes entertainment, and it's just great. And it's perfect for Paul's dad, isn't it?
It is.
Because it saves, obviously, lots of travelling because we come to Home Lacey, which is in Herefordshire. We do want to try some other ones, don't we? So if you've want a bit of a hotel break where you don't want to go out to have a night out or go out for food, we've had fantastic food at Home Lacey, haven't we? We've been going to you can either eat in the buffet or you can eat in the main restaurant, and we've chose the buffet this time, and we've had fantastic food. It's been brilliant. So we're having a fabulous time. So thank you, Andy and Carla. So Jackie's here from Ontario. See you soon on Azamaris. Yeah, she's on our cruise. Oh, you've spoke to her already. Well, you tell me when to stop. You've got your new glasses on. So if this, so let's have a look.
I haven't spoken to Paul.
You haven't spoken to Paul.
Paul and Louise.
So hi there, Paul and Louise, looking at Black Friday Cruise Day. Have a great time. Do you know, we're not convinced with Black Fridays. We always think that people put things up, just put them back down again. So we're not sold on Black Friday deals. Sometimes you can get a bargain, but we always think whatever cruises we're looking at, we just see what we can get for the best price at that time, isn't it? So Spencer saying those laughs can't be cloned. Oh dear. If you missed the beginning of our chat, just please rewind back, because we've got a Facebook account that's pretending to be us, which is very, very frustrating. So please do report that and ignore any messages that you might get. So John's here. So yes, John's just sent us a message as well. So he's blocked them and then reported. So thanks for that, John. So our housekeeper had a 5-nighter at Warner's recently. She really enjoyed it. Do you know, it's just fun seeing people. It does aim at the older market. We're probably the youngest here, aren't we?
Well, we're not the youngest here because I brought my son here. So
yeah.
But apart from my son, we're like athletes.
Yeah. Council, I used to be a tour manager for a coach company in Turkey every week from October through to just after New Year's. I hate Turkey now. Yeah, I imagine if you're doing part of it, then by then you'll be well fed up.
This is our last night, and I haven't seen any turkey. I've seen tinsel, but I haven't had any turkey yet.
No, we've had lots of roast meats. We've had on our buffet. We've had Thai night. We've had Indian night. So the food is so diverse. Yeah. You can have anything you like. Corinne's asking which panto. It was Cinderella today, wasn't it? You spoke to Corinne. Oh my gosh.
Sols. I spoke to Mandy.
You spoke to Mandy.
Yes.
And Danny.
No, I spoke to Danny.
So Danny's here from Newfoundland.
Oh yeah, I spoke to Danny. He's a newfie. Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Extra special mention for you tonight.
Tom's just asking what's the food been like. We've been very, very impressed. Last time we were here, we ate in the dining room and the food was good. But Paul's family are very impatient. They want to go in, eat out, and we just find the buffet for us it works perfectly, doesn't it? It's been really good. So John's just saying as well, we've just heard that P&O have just recently increased their drinks prices for anyone going to, not by much, but yeah, they sneak them up all the time, don't they? We've got a fairly up-to-date, it's obviously a little bit out of date now if they've just gone up, of P&O drinks prices. So do check out our website if you're looking to.
I think they're only doing it just to annoy me, because every time I update it, they put it up again.
Yeah, and Robert's just checking in from Gatwick, flying out to join Arvia tomorrow for 2 weeks. Lovely.
Still haven't done Arvia, but it's on our list.
Yeah, it is. We're looking, aren't we, at Arvia for Caribbean, because it's such a good price. Millie's asking, is Warner's worth the money? I've looked, but find the price rather expensive. This 4-night break costs us about £340 each, was it, Paulie?
Just over 300 per person.
So we felt that that's value for money. It depends. Sometimes it can be more expensive. So, for example, they do like Strictly Come Dancing weeks, or they have Sheridan Smith or Dara O'Brien. They have sort of themed weekends, which can be more expensive.
They have some known people, but I think it was about 320, 330, 4 nights. So it's about £80 a night per person, but for that you get breakfast and an evening meal. Our experience of the food, particularly this one, has been excellent.
Yeah,
there's always something going on from 10:30 in the morning. Quizzes start. There's all sorts of other stuff going on. There's lantern walks if you do the turkey tits. So there's loads and loads and loads going on every day. So personally, myself, I think it's a bit of value. Yeah, and for those of you that cruise with Cunard, you'll know of Laura, the quiz master, who is just the best quiz person at sea, because she's so funny, so dry, and a real Mickey taker. Well, here at Home Lacey, we've got our version of Laura, and it's Lisa, and she is just hysterical, isn't she? She's she's been here for a long, long time. Everyone loves her, and she just very cheeky and has us laughing out loud. So so that's been great fun. Sean's done Warner's, and he said it has been. He's been twice and feel it's look, Bree said you're doing a good job, Paulie, holding the fort. So well done you. Tina said, evening all, thanks for filling up the Facebook message. Yeah, it's just frustrating, isn't it? There's all so many arseholes out there, isn't there, that are just trying to, so anything that's, well, I don't know, sorry YouTube, but it's just so frustrating, isn't it? So we've learned that, there's all these people trying to just block delete, and never ever, whatever you do, click on a link that they send. See what I did there, because Carole said that word, I've distanced myself from it, so I just go on the side. Oh dear. Right then, so let's have a look. So Jamie's asking, where are you off to next week? Well, excitingly, we're back off to the Caribbean, and we're chuffed to bits with that because I've got a little banner. Woo! Oh, wow. Look what I did earlier. So I've got a little map of where we're going. So you can see we start in Fort Lauderdale. There's no point me pointing because I'm pointing behind. We start in Fort Lauderdale, and then we go to you right there, Paulie? I've got a bit of indigestion actually, but I've just had 7 curries and a roast beef dinner. So so we go to Paulie Morgan. Yeah, I do apologise. So we go to St Thomas, then we go to St Martin. I can't read with my glasses on now. We go to Virgin Gouda, Phillipsburg, we're overnight in Barbados, Castres, Ile de Santos, Charlotte, Amelie, back to Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, not in that order, but you can see from the arrows. Yeah. So it's a really good itinerary. We're looking forward to being back in the Caribbean. Looking forward to some sunshine. So that should be good, shouldn't it, Paulie? Yes, it should. So let's have a look at these. Where do we get to? So if you go to Bridget, at one. That's Jane. I asked the question, is Thanksgiving an American thing or do they do it in Canada? And Bridget's kindly answered that because I didn't know. Yeah, well, wherever Bridget is in Canada, she does it in October. Kevin did it in November, look. Ooh. Oh, well, there you go. Cat amongst the pigeons there. And Tony's having pizza for his Thanksgiving dinner tonight. Oh. Let's have a look. So Camilla was just saying, hi guys, I've watched quite a few vlogs. Me and the wife have booked our very first cruise for next year. Excellent. Well, we hope you love cruising as much as we do. So ignore that, Paulie. So
Ah,
Oh, that's just me doctor telling me about my appointment that you just arranged.
exactly. So David is asking or saying, good evening from Sean and David from Anglesey. We've booked a Caribbean cruise. We're on a Voyager for next Easter. Lovely. We had a fab time on Voyager. So I hope you do too. Kevin was saying you're doing fine too.
Wow.
So Jane says she's just back from a river cruise on the Nile. Thank you, Paul and Carole, for your river cruise vlogs. And thank you, Gabrielle, for your Nile vlogs. Yes, Gary's got some fabulous river cruise vlogs too, of places that we've not been to yet. And Mandy said she can't wait to see our Caribbean content. So that's lovely. And Susan R is saying, hello from sunny Surprise, Arizona. I'm cooking. Thanks, Linda. I'm watching you. You two are the best. Oh, thank you so much. So let's have a look. This next question. Neo TH is we are going to Bangkok to Hong Kong via Singapore and Vietnam with Oceania in February. Can't wait. Have you cruised in that region? Not yet.
No.
We've traveled extensively around Thailand pre-COVID, and we are planning a trip back February, March of next year, which we're just putting the final sort of puzzles together. It's going to be a land-based, well, it's going to start with a family holiday and do some land-based. We're trying to coordinate a cruise too, aren't we, at the moment? So we will give you more news about that. But that part of the world is fascinating because it's so diverse, it's so different. So I'm sure, Neil, you'll have a fabulous time.
And we have done Singapore about 5 times as well, mate, to be fair.
We have, yeah, we've done Singapore a lot. Amanda's saying, is Warner's Entertainment as good as on a cruise? I don't think so. I think what Warner's do really well is they have a small entertainment team who are very talented that put on shows, but they're not on the scale or the production value that you would get on a cruise ship at all. They do have guest singers come in. We've had a comedian last night. It was very funny, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
And we had a lady called Lisa Jane Kelsey who's worked on cruise ships. So it's on a par, but don't come here thinking that you're going to get all the razzmatazz you get on a cruise, because that's not the case.
I would describe it as good, honest entertainment. What you've got at Warner's particularly is their show team now is quite a fledgling new show team. So they're all still learning the ropes. But individually and collectively, they're all very talented. But it's just sort of bringing it all together. So this would be their first ever Christmas season, as it were. So
yeah, no, it's been fun though. We've thoroughly enjoyed it. So Mr. BBT said, do you think your channel will be as successful as it is with a great group of members right now? We had no idea where starting our YouTube channel would lead us, but it's led us to this amazing world of meeting, obviously, all you guys virtually, but also a lot of you in person, because what we do with our Patreon and members is we do meetups. So we've had the pleasure of meeting quite a few now. So
we've had the pleasure.
It's been amazing.
And the misfortune to meet some people. And I'm not just saying that, Nick, because I'm not saying it, Nick, because it's your question on there, because you were lovely.
Oh dear.
No, Nick's a good laugh. No, it's been mind-blowing, and obviously the fact that somebody's cloned our Facebook channel today,
well, it just
means we really are somebody.
No, it's just frustrating. That'll be sorted. Hopefully, if everyone can report it, block it, then please do. So Ron's here from Calgary. So lovely to see you here. And Bridget was asking, can you do more than what can you book at Warner's? And you can do all sorts. They do 3-day, 4-day weekends, or you can book weeks.
Well, strangely,
Sean said here,
the one we're doing at the moment is the first turkey and tinsel, and it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You leave Friday, and what they do, I know I've probably already said this and go over it, but they do Christmas Eve. They treat it as Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve. Strangely, you can do this midweek break. You can do a 2 and a 2, so you can do the first 2 nights or the second 2 nights. But weirdly, when it gets to the weekend, it's not Christmas based until it gets into December. And then all the midweek breaks and the weekend breaks are all classed as Christmas. But at the moment, from the end of November, it's just the midweek breaks that are Christmas. But you can do, if you want to do the whole week, you can do the whole week, or you can do 2 days or 4 days or 3 days. So it's whatever fits in with your
exactly
plans.
That. Calvin said they booked and blocked those people on Facebook. Thank you very much. Also, want to say I'm traveling on Iona over Christmas. Wanted to get your views. Iona is a great ship. We had a fabulous time on Iona, didn't we? We've got a review video that if you just look at our YouTube channel and put in Paul and Carole and Iona, that will come up. And the only criticisms we had was at that time when we were on, we felt that the service was a little bit bland. It wasn't the happiest service, even though the service was really efficient. But the food we had, the entertainment we had, and Iona cabins we really like, don't we? So I'm sure you'll have a fabulous time. So Spencer, when was your first cruise and why did you choose it compared to a land holiday? I never been on a cruise, but always liked the idea of one.
Well, we've obviously gone over this before. Carole used to work on a cruise ship for 2 years, and for about the first 10 plus years of our relationship, she tried to persuade me to get on a cruise, which I obviously said no, because cruises are rubbish. And then after 10 years of her persuading me, I very begrudgingly said okay, and we did a 5-dayer out of Barcelona on Royal Caribbean's
Navigator of the Seas.
And after I'd been on the ship for about 37 minutes, I said to Carole, why haven't you let me do a cruise before? Because it's fab. So yeah, it took me a long time, but that was our first cruise together.
But the reason we put to cruise was because I talked him into it because it took me so long. 7 years actually. So anyway, let's have a look. Rachel's just saying, just disembarked QM239 nights. The drinks price has certainly gone up. All drinks prices on all cruise lines are going up, aren't they? They're really raking back in the money as any way that they can. 55 or 7 Paulie, I feel I paid down packing 4 large tubs of Christmas ornaments as we speak. Oh dear. Brian's asking about the VQ balcony spa cabins on Collingsdam. We don't know that because we were in a Neptune suite, Brian. So sorry, we can't help with that. But if anyone in the comments has stayed in that type of balcony cabin, then please do let us know. So yes, and it's a Cruise Life's here. So lovely to see you guys. So 226 people in the chat. Hit that like button. Yes, if you enjoy our chats, then please do.
And please don't let the 10 minutes when it was just me on my own, bumbling like a bumbling idiot, don't let that, put you off by doing the thumbs up.
Exactly. So Jerry's here. So Jerry's just joined us as a YouTube member. So thank you for that, Jerry. So he's asking, what cider do they have here?
They have, my dad and my brother and my sister have been drinking Aspel's, which they do on Cunard, but I'm not a fan of it. So they unfortunately haven't got a Thatcher's Gold. They haven't got a cider of choice here. They got a very good selection of lagers, but they haven't got a cider that lights my fire. Carole, you did have a drinks menu somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
Yes, no, it's in my bag, and I'm not sure where did I put my phone. I don't know. Anyway.
But it's but the most popular one here is Aspel's.
Yeah, but a glass of wine is around about. Your beer's about.
It's not cheap here by any stretch of the imagination. No. It is quite expensive, but the more you come, they've got a rewards program, and we're currently on silver, so you get 5% off. If you got to gold, you get 10% off. They do have 2 happy hours a day, which you get 20% off.
Yeah.
But it's not cheap. It's like about £7 for a pint of Guinness, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah. So Rose is asking, do you know at what point a cruise is cancelled if embarkation is delayed by weather on previous cruise? Do you know at one point if embarkation is delayed by weather on previous cruise? So you're saying that a previous cruise is coming late and you're going to see if your cruise is cancelled. We don't. That's never happened. I know it's happened to some people on QM2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When they had engine issues and it was literally cancelled as people were getting to the port. So, and that's obviously very, very frustrating. But we've never had that happen to us, touch wood, have you? Lisa's saying we might cross paths in Florida. We board Equinox on December the 9th. Safe travels. Yeah, well, if you see Azamara onward, bopping around the Caribbean, then just give us a wave. Or if you're in the port at the same time, just give us a shout, innit? So let's see. So Lou saying, look out for the seaplanes in Charlotte Amalie, really close. Have you ever been on one? Would love to go on one. We've never done a seaplane, have we? We've seen a lot when we were in Alaska, particularly when we were in, was that Skagway?
There was one port where there was a lot coming in.
No, Juneau. I think it was Juneau, wasn't it? We've seen a lot of those. We've seen a lot of helicopters in Skagway,
Yeah.
didn't we? So Julie's off to the Caribbean next week, so that's lovely.
Ooh. Well, anyway, it's been great, but I'm going to watch the second lot of the
No.
pantomime.
So Peter's asking any.
I'm going to get a drink.
Yeah, can you just top my water up, Paulie? Thanks. Any sequence or ballroom dance at Warner's? Yes, there are. Now, we went to, we've been trying to keep our fitness regime going because we're still trying to lose weight and obviously going on cruises and going to Warner's, trying to keep, a level sort of pegging. And they've got a gym here, which we've been to, which is not huge, but a decent size. And it's got all your modern machines in there. They've also got a swimming pool, which is open every day, which we haven't done. But we've also done the dance classes. And we did a salsa class yesterday. And the lady called Lisa, who does the quizzes, is a fabulous dancer and very, very knowledgeable. So every day there'll be an opportunity for you to do dance. And then around about between sort of it's the early part of the evening, isn't it, before the entertainment sort of starts, from sort of 5 till sort of 8. They have a time where in the pavilion they do dances, like the bit like they do on Cunard, where the band play and they say, well, this is a foxtrot, or this is a waltz, or this is a whatever. And lots of people get up, don't they? So if you love dancing, Warner's is good for you.
You probably didn't realise I was doing a foxtrot at the back.
Yeah. In fact, at one point, Lisa turned around to me and Paul said, are you two dancers? And we're like, no! But we did all right, didn't we, at the salsa? It was good.
I mean, the next youngest person after us at the dance class was 104. So we did look quite good.
It looks like Kevin got his dates of Thanksgiving in Canada because he said he's had a brain fart. Oh, dear. So John's just saying, when in St. Thomas Virgin, US Virgin, go for a drink and taking the views at Blackbeard's Castle, short walk near Governor's Mansion. Did a bit of work there back in the day. Oh, thank you very much. What's that? Sean saying, still Mimit, Scotland, Paul and Carole. Oh, for our Patreon and yeah, we haven't got to Edinburgh yet, have we? For our Patreon meetups, but you never know, Sean, what might come up next year.
Well, you never know. If we don't go to Scotland, Sean's going to come down here and find us, isn't he? So we're gonna have to do it.
Look, lots of people in the Caribbean, isn't there? Tony's in St. Martin on the 6th and St. Thomas on the 7th.
Ooh, we'll have to see where.
Yes, we'll have to have a look at that.
I don't know. I haven't got a clue where we are. But
so, and Brian's just saying, good evening, Carole and Paul. We booked an Alaskan cruise in 2025 aboard the Connings Dam. Are the VQ balcony spa cameras any good? Oh, we've read that, haven't we? So, sorry, I'm going.
And we still don't know.
The comments is jumping around a bit here. So let's have a look.
Totally remain when you go for that one.
No.
Well, yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh, that one there.
Yeah.
Tony saying, now you're famous enough to have your Facebook account cloned. Do you think you'll be able to do the jungle next year? Oh my God. Can you imagine Grumpy Paul in the jungle?
Well, somebody said to us earlier, well, it was somebody, it was my sister. So, of course, they got a YouTuber on here this year, which apparently we haven't watched it the last 3 or 4 years. She's causing quite a bit of controversy.
Yeah.
And my sister said, well, do you think one of you will go on there? I said, well, we couldn't go on individually because we are like hand and deck. I said, if we went on our own, nobody would know who was who. And that's why we always have to sit the same way, because otherwise people wouldn't be calling me Carole. So
Rhonda's saying, thumbs up. Yes, please. It's an easy way to give thanks for Paul and Carole. It certainly is. Thank you, Rhonda. So Paul and Louise saying, question, what did Carole do when she worked on a cruise ship? I was a nurse, Paul.
She was
Paul and Louise.
She was a go-go dancer.
No, I was not. I'm a qualified nurse from my background of work before I retired 2 years ago. So I qualified in 1980. No, I started my training in 1985. I qualified in 88, and I went and worked on ships in 1990 for a couple of years. So for Celebrity Cruises, which was worked hard and partied hard, but it was a great experience. So cruising is Cruising Gay. So how did you first come across Dan? We've just booked our Sun Princess trip with him. He's flaming fantastic, great traveler. It was worth the weight in gold. We met Dan on Sky Princess. We sort of followed each other on Instagram, and he knew we were on the cruise, and he messaged us, say, do you want to meet up for a beer, wouldn't it? And we just hit it off then. He didn't even tell us he was a travel agent when we were on that ship until the last day, wasn't it? And he never once said, look, please, use us. But we got on with him so well. I said, you know what, let's try him. And I'm so glad we did. And I'm so glad that you found him too, because he is fabulous. He said he might be on here later because he's currently on the Island Princess. So he was going to try and join in if he could.
Yeah, he was in Rome, wasn't he? He's a good boy, Dan, to be fair.
He is a good boy.
I'm only saying that because he's not on here.
Oh, he's here though.
Oh.
Good evening all.
He's not
he's here.
Boy. He's a naughty boy. No,
so let's see.
He's a lovely lad, and he's a very, very good travel agent.
He is. Mark's saying, when you cruise with Azamara? We are next week. So there you are. And Jackie's saying, I hope mudslides are part of our drinks package. Love them. Do you know if it's extra? I'd have to look at our
on Morella.
On Azamara.
Oh,
Jackie's with us on Azamara.
Yeah,
they do have a good selection in their standard drinks package, don't they? So, but I can't remember if mudslide was part of it.
But if it's not, Jackie, I'll buy you one.
Yeah, Paulie will treat you to one.
I'll treat you.
Commander saying, I have to say, you two have provided with so much information. We now have a list of cruises we want to cover over the next few years. Excellent. Well, that's great to hear. So Dan is currently having dinner in Sabatina's on Island Princess. Oh, nice. And Natalie's just saying, is your holiday almost over? Bruce is missing his daddy. And that's looking after Paul's brother's dog, who's he's not used to being away from Dean, is he? So I'm sure Nat and Hal have had an interesting time.
Brucey is a very spoilt, very naughty little boy. And I'm sure that Nat and Hal have had their hands full.
Yes. Right then. So let's have a look. Yeah, Sean said Daniel ears must have been burning. Nick's asking, can you recommend a hotel park and stay in Bristol, please? Leave one for February. We're also great. We've done a few. We've never, when we fly from Bristol, we've always drove, haven't we? Because it tends to be for short holidays that we've done, and we've parked up. So, sorry, Nick, we haven't got an answer for that one.
And if you go anywhere near the centre of Bristol, if you're flying out of Bristol, you do become subject of the congestion, ULEZ, whatever.
Yes, so be careful of that.
So do be very careful.
Susan's asking, have we ever done a Christmas market river cruise? No, but we definitely want to do one in the next 2 years, don't we? Yeah. We're potentially planning one for next year, but it may well be now with other things going on. It may well be the following. Yeah, I think it'll be 25. So Kaylee's asking, what do you prefer, the main dining room or the buffet? We like both, don't we?
I think it's more, if we're on our own, we're most likely to do the buffet. If we're with a gang, we do the dining room because it's more of an event when there's a gang of you together. And I think you chat in between courses. But when we're on our own, we tend to adopt the sort of SAS in and out approach so we can just enjoy the rest of the ship.
Yeah. I think now, because we've done so much cruising, it's eating sort of taking a long time over dinner every night is something we want to do less, unless it's for a particularly special occasion. Yeah. And then we might book a specialty dinner, might we, for a treat. So, but I find as well, like I said, mentioned earlier, we're trying to eat healthier. We tend to be able to do that more at a buffet, I think, because you've got health. Well, not since we've been here.
No.
Paul's been well, and I've been the same. I had curry to start and roast for Maine, wasn't it? Oh, so you've got any other questions for us? Just let us know, because this comments is jumping all around the place. So if I've missed them, please add them in at the end again, please, because it's all over the shop. Commodore Steve said, thanks for allowing me to mention my YouTube. I now have 38 followers. Woo! Excellent. Sean's just saying, how are we doing with the group cruise? Has the booking slowed down? We've come to a sort of a bit of a standstill with the group cruise, because everyone that wanted to book and come on has booked. We've got about maybe 5 or 6 people still in the background saying that they're waiting to see what their plans are.
Yeah. So
I imagine nearer the time we may get a little bit more interest for that, but we've got plenty of people there, so we're more than happy with the event that we've got on there. So it should be so much fun. Really looking forward to that. If you don't know, we're doing a group cruise in 2025. It's a 7-day cruise going from Southampton to Denmark and Norway on Sky Princess. So we are actually in discussions with our YouTube members and patrons about doing a Patreon and YouTube members only cruise. So it'll be a smaller, more personal group, and that's we've had some really exciting discussions with that, and we're looking to do that in 2026. So that should be good. So John's just saying about Bristol. Bristol Airport car park is undergoing major works. Long stay on site. Need to book it in the usual. Biggest now is the Silver car park. Yes, we stayed at the Silver because that's the new part, isn't it? The parking right near to the terminal it was a mess, wasn't it?
It was like a bomb site, yeah.
It just needed all tarmacking and stuff because there was just holes everywhere. But the Silver Park actually was good, and the shuttles were really frequent, and it was easy to check in too, wasn't it? So it's all modern technology there. So so let's have a look. Kevin's just put that link in, so thank you, Kevin. Group cruise information. So if you want to know, just go to our website and you'll see the details of that. Corin's question, just after rehearsal, shall I slap my thigh tonight? You should.
Definitely.
You should. Everyone that's in a pantomime should be doing that, shouldn't they?
Oh, no, they shouldn't.
Oh, yes, they should. So Tony's just saying as well, have you stayed at the Novotel West Keys? Any good? We did stay at the Novotel, which actually has been housing some of the immigrants, hasn't it? It's been supporting them in Southampton, and we stayed there, and then we had no issues or any problems at all. We're back in Southampton next year for our Queen Anne, and we tend to stay at the hotel that gives the best value because we've now stayed. If you go to our website, we've got a whole post on all the hotels that we've stayed at. Just Paul and Carole Love to Travel Hotel Southampton. So please just go to that and have a look. But we do like being either by the Holiday Inn or by the West Key, don't we? Just because it's central, and Novotel's only a short walk from that, isn't it? It's behind IKEA, so it's not a mad sort of long walk. But for us, just being just in that sort of little circle a bit by Leonardo, Holiday Inn, Premier Inn is perfect for us. So let's see. Have we ever cruised from Newcastle? Camilla, no, we haven't. No.
That's about a 6-hour drive for us.
Yeah, for Newcastle.
Sean will be able to tell us because it's for Sean is about a 40-minute drive, I would imagine, but for us is about a 6-hour drive.
Probably more than that from Edinburgh, I would have thought.
It's almost into Scotland.
Yeah, that would be and that's why I understand people that are the north of the country get very frustrated because they want cruise ports at the north of the country, because everywhere goes from Southampton, don't they, or Dover? And Dover for us isn't very convenient because it's a good 4-hour drive because it's right east, and we're sort of more mid southwest, aren't we? So so let's have a look. Brian's asking how far in advance you book your short excursions for Alaska. Straight away.
We did book it a long time in advance.
Yeah, we did.
Because the last thing you want I'm going to contradict myself now, because we thought that Alaska was going to be one of those once in a lifetime, we're going to do it, and because we're going to do it, we're going to do exactly what we want to do. Sometimes if you're doing, like we've done Northern Europe cruises to death, but it might be to try different ships, or it might be to go with friends and family, or whatever the thing might be. And we've done all that, and we've done every excursion, we've done the things ourselves. But with Alaska, we felt that obviously we're never going to be doing this again. So we're going to do exactly what excursions we want to do. And we booked them as soon as it was available. As it turns out, Alaska was so fabulous that we're going to do it again. Definitely. There's no doubt about it. We won't do it again. We won't be doing Neptune suites and pushing out the boat and spending all the big kahunas.
Love to, but can't afford to. Yeah.
But we know that even though what we did is, is going to take some serious topping, we know that we could still do it on a budget and still have a fabulous time. But yes, if you're going to do it right and get in and book the excursions you want. And I can tell you now, with the ones we did on Holland America, they were like extremely expensive.
But they sold out.
But they were all, majority were sold out, and we had a fabulous time. The two biggies we did, which were virtually all day excursions, 7, 8, 9 hours. We did 2 of them, and we did Lumberjack show, which is only like you get off the ship, it's a 10-minute walk down the road. The show's about an hour long, but the 3 excursions we did cost in excess of £1,000 for the 3 excursions for the pair.
So make sure you budget for it. If you're planning Alaska and you want to see the things, I know from experience from people that have thought that they're just going to get off the ship and book a ticket for the Skagway Railway, and they've been disappointed. So if there are things that you definitely want to do, then you must book it for Alaska, because it does sell out. It really does sell out.
If you want any advice on that, do contact us, because like the Skagway Railway, the White Pass Railway, there's a couple of different options for that, and we felt we did the best option.
Yeah.
So if you have got any questions, by all means, send us a message, tell us what your thoughts are, and we'll steer you in what is, in our opinion, the right direction. It might,
yeah, exactly,
different people, different perspectives, but certainly what our feelings were.
Kevin's just showing you there. That's our link for our Southampton hotels. Sean's also saying he loves the holiday and not far from the shopping centre. Exactly, it's really handy. Mandy's just saying we may have missed you saying this, but are the t-shirts available yet? Nearly. Lovely lady Nicola, who's helping us with our merchandise, is working hard behind the scenes setting up our shop. We just had another conversation about colours and bits and bobs, so it's literally
so close.
It's so close.
We can almost touch it.
We're hoping by the end of this week, or possibly the beginning of next week, that it'll all be on our website and you'll be able to go and see all our merchandise, which is really, really exciting. So Sean's saying it's 1 hour and a half by train, as I don't drive. So yes, it's not too far from, but for us, that's it.
That'd be 6 or 7 hours.
So Cruising Gay say on 7, like we would say to avoid Leonardo, have one of the dirtiest bathrooms I've ever seen. Oh, really? We stayed in there quite a few years ago. We've actually got one booked, I think, haven't we, coming up next year there. So we'll report back. John saying, have you ever cruise from Gloucester docks? We have.
Oh, John, I think you were being trying to be naughty there, but we cruised on the Severn Princess, and it was down the Gloucester to Sharpness ship canal, and it was one of your work students.
It was one of my
and they had
Christmas work dues for radiology.
They had a jazz
many years ago.
But they had a jazz band on there in a bar and a buffet.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting up and singing with the jazz band.
Exactly. It was great fun.
Fabulous,
So yes, we have. Oh, that's funny. So Dawn's asking, hello, my lovelies. Have you been on P&O Arcade? You've never been with P&O. Is it worth getting the drink package? We never buy the drinks package on P&O because we feel the drinks are a good value.
I have to say, of all the cruise lines, P&O, I would almost say, without fear of contradiction, are the best value drinks. So having a drinks package, it really depends what you drink and how much you drink. But for our needs, for drinking cider or lager and a wine with the odd cocktail thrown in, we don't feel that the drinks package is value for money. But hot off the press at the start of this live, somebody said the drinks have gone up. So we might reconsider that. But as it stood before we had this news of drinks going up, we wouldn't buy the drinks package, and we haven't. The last 2 P&O cruises bought the drinks package. And
do check out our website, because it's got the price on there, and just add a quid on each and then you won't be far wrong. So Commodore Steve's just asking, was it Titan Alaskan Rock you did? Yes, it was. Yeah. It was the Deluxe Alaskan. Oh, Deluxe Alaskan.
It was the Grand Alaskan. Whoa.
Yeah.
If you Google that, I'll be amazed if it comes out.
Yeah, you'll see. We flew to Calgary. We had 8 days where we spent time in Banff, in Jasper, did the Rocky Mountaineer, and ended up in Vancouver. Then did the cruise and flew home. Fabulous. In fact, I'm just going to let you know that our if you've not watched it yet, make sure you check out our Glacier Bay Overrated. Make sure you go and watch that episode, because that's out. And on tomorrow we've got Men with Big Choppers in Ketchikan. Plus we take you on a tour.
And believe me, them men have got some big choppers.
And we take you on a tour of the ship too. So make sure you check that out too. So let's have a look. It's jumped around again, Paulie. This blooming.
I got to be honest. I
you were in control.
I find when I was in control, nothing jumped around. I felt at the whole time I was in complete control.
Catherine's just agreeing that Alaska excursions have to be booked as soon as they can, because they sell out. They do. And Sean just saying, forgot to say, congrats on being 8 in the last 8 in the Wave Awards. Yeah, thank you very much. We were chuffed to bits with that. Didn't win, but we were chuffed to be in such good company. Yes. Commodore Steve's asking about venture ashore excursions. We haven't tried them, but we know some people that have, and they've been very good, haven't they?
Yeah.
So that is something to consider. I always get a little bit nervous about booking things that are not connected to the ship. However, if you're on a port for a long time and you do a morning excursion and you're not going till the evening, then I think it's quite feasible.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't do a 3-hour excursion if the ship was in port for 4 hours, but I'd do a 3-hour excursion if the ship was in port for 8 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but it's all about the gamble and making sure you're back on time, because if it's not linked to the ship, they will not wait.
No. So Barry's just saying, our first cruise on Celebrity Zenith, Jane McDonald done her fly on the war series. We call the buffet smash and grab. Well, funny you say about Jane McDonald, because when I was coming off and decided that I had my last contract on the ships that I'd worked on, my good friend Sarah said to me, right, I want to do what you've done. And she got on the same ship as Jane McDonald as well and went to her wedding. So there you go. But yeah, some buffets can be mental, can't they, and get really, really busy. And it can't be sometimes it's not so much a civilized experience as a sit down in the dining room. Life of the Party said they'd had no issues in Leonardo. Shame to her others had issues.
Well, actually, I've had a moment of clarity. We're not staying at the Leonardo next time. We were staying, but we've now had a change around with what we're doing. And we're not staying at the Leonardo. We're now staying at the Holiday Inn at the beginning and the Premier Inn.
I'm thinking the Leonardo. We're staying there next week before we fly to Miami.
Yeah, not the one in Southampton.
Not the one in Southampton.
That'd be really inconvenient.
That's true. So Will from the Shire has just joined. Sorry I'm late. I had to join a panel for university webinar. Hope everyone is well, and I hope you had a great early Christmas break. We've had great fun. Thank you. It's been lovely to spend time with the family, because we don't see them. Well, we'd see them sometimes, but not as often.
Not as often as we should.
Yeah, exactly, because we're away so much. And there's Kevin's put another link for the P&O drinks prices. So thanks for that, Kevin. Appreciate that. So Tony's saying it's 2 hours to Newcastle Airport from here on a good day. Add at least half an hour for the cruise port. Add if you live in Edinburgh, probably another half an hour. Yeah. So do you fancy a Fred from Ross Side sometime? Do you know we do fancy get back on Fred Olsen? We haven't done a Fred Olsen cruise since we've done the Braemar, which was quite a few. That was pre-pandemic, and we thoroughly enjoyed it, didn't we? So yes, we would definitely consider doing another Fred. Steve asks, do any of the cabins on Royal Discovery 2 have a fridge? Don't we seem to be seeing any on your vlogs, including yours? On Discovery 2, we had an inside cabin for the electric sunsets, and we didn't have a fridge, did we? That I remember.
I can't remember.
We've got some cabins there when we were on pre-pandemic, so I don't think they've upgraded them to have fridges. I'm pretty sure that they don't have fridges, do they?
But I'm sure
on Voyager...
On the other Discovery cruises we did, where we had balconies or whatever.
I guess it depends on the category cabin. Yeah. Striker's asking, we are looking to book 2 cruises next year. In your opinion, who's the best line, Princess or P&O? It's hard to say, because both offer good entertainment. I think Princess ships, if you like bling and you like pretty, I think Princess ships probably have their... do you want to sit in the...
Sorry, I'm just leaning.
Your back.
No, I've got a bit of backache, and I've got severe indigestion from the 7 curries and the roast beef I had about an hour ago.
So, Princess, are very, very pretty ships. P&O have, like, say, great entertainment. From a food-wise, I would put them on a par. I don't think they're the best cruise lines for food, but I don't think they're the worst. No. So it's very difficult. If it was me, Striker, I would be saying, which is the itinerary that you want to do? Yeah. So that would be the reason why we would pick either Princess or P&O, because it would be itinerary based. Exploring with Eric's here. Eric is one of our patrons, and we've been following his magnificent trip all the way from California right through. He's now in been Papiti and South Pacific, and was it Moiri? I think yesterday he was doing a bike ride all around the island.
It's really been quite annoying, to be honest, looking at his
pictures. It is. So it's definitely an itinerary that we want to do. So it looks like you're having a fab time on there, Eric. So I hope continue to enjoy that. Oh, Venture Ashore have a policy that they say
Yeah.
they'll get you back to the ship. So that's brilliant. So, and if they don't, they get you to the next port. That's good to know, isn't it? So Ron's just saying, question, Carole, hope you enjoy being retired. Is it as good as expected? Thanks to you both for all the time you give to the content on YouTube. It's a lot of fun to watch. Well, thank you, Ron.
Well, I'd like to field that question, Ron. Carole being retired has been all that Carole hoped for, but it hasn't been quite so good for me.
He loves having me around all the time.
I love it.
No, Ron, it's been brilliant. I was really ready to retire from the NHS.
I love it, Ron. I absolutely love it.
I think I had a fantastic career as a nurse and I loved everything. But the last 5 years were particularly testing. You drank your water again. Were particularly testing and yeah. And there was this, yeah. I was glad to leave the NHS at the end just because there's some certain people that were in certain posts or in positions within the NHS that are very frustrating. And my focus was always very patient focused on what we could do for the patient. And I think sometimes when people move up the ladder of the management within the NHS, they lose that vision. And it was so frustrating going to the same meetings over and over and trying to fight for what was right. And I just got tired. I think you can only do it for so long, can't you? And I thought, I can't do this. They're not listening. And I'd always planned to retire about 55. And I'm so glad that I paid in my pension since I was 18, which has enabled me to retire at 55 and for us to do what we're doing now. I think
Ron was just looking for a yes/no answer.
Sorry. Oh dear. I think if you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, I put on our stories, wasn't it, about our Monday motivation, and it was about stupid people.
But don't be swearing. Don't be swearing.
I'm not swearing.
Don't be saying that. I
just got fed up with working with stupid people.
So she retired, and now she works with me.
So let's have a look. So Catherine was saying that she did one with Venture Ashore and Cork, and it was good, but you have to compare the price, so they can be in places more expensive than ship tours. Oh, okay, that's good to know. So Hawks Travel just arrived. So sorry, late in the middle of moving and decorating. Hope you're having a great family break. We are. So Comrade was saying he's on a visit and visiting Ballet last week. Was really impressed. Yeah, their new ships look lovely. And I was sad to see Braemar leave the Fred Olsen fleet because it was a fab ship, wasn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Chaz and I, you both retired. I am retired. Paul still works with a bit of car business.
I've got 2 jobs. I work for this one grey-haired gentleman selling cars, and he's lovely. He's a really, really nice guy, to be fair. Oh, that's me. And then the other person I work for, not quite so nice. Quite a bit of a taskmaster. Very time. Are you going to start work anytime soon?
Paul's work ethic is a bit different to mine.
Quite a sort of a driver, as to get on with it type. Yeah, it's all right.
It works well, Paulie. Lou B's just saying no fridge on Discovery and the renovated balcony in March this year. So thanks for that, Lou. Appreciate that. Let's see. I'm conscious that times are ticking and we've got to go back and meet the family. So let's see. Jerry Capsick's asking, do you think Morella will ever sail from the UK? We really enjoyed Explorer, our first time with Morella. Do you know they used to? And that's how we went to the Northern Lights. And we're gutted that they don't, Jerry. So we're hoping that they will. But there doesn't seem to be any sign that they are. It's all fly cruises, isn't it?
The problem is, Jerry, we keep telling them, but
they're not listening.
They won't listen.
So let's have a look. Dawn saying, Paul, have a pickle and ginger beer. It'll make you burp.
Well, I tell you something, I don't need anything to help me burp because I'm going to do the big. When this live's over, I'm going to do a burp, and it's going to be bigger than the one that Alf did in Alf after he had that whole bottle of Coke. I think all of Herefordshire will hear my burp.
Barry saying he keeps looking for a spiral staircase. We're not home, so that's fine.
No spiral staircase, and hopefully no spider.
Let's have a look then, because it's nearly an hour's up. And like I say, we've said to me we're going to meet the family. Lisa saying, yeah, every excursion in Alaska is expensive. They are. But if you want to see that part of the world, you have to do it. So make sure you budget.
You can't go all that way and not do it because it would just be. But amazingly, I've said this on past lives, because we did the Titan Canada tour first and then the Alaska thing. There was people obviously who were with us from the start, Titan tour, land tour, and then the cruise at the end. And there was people on our land tour that had booked nothing on the cruise. No, I haven't booked anything at all. I'll just get off and get in a taxi. Yeah, well, that's great, but you won't be going on the White Pass Railway. You won't be going on the whale watching. You won't be doing this. You won't be doing that, because they're all sold out. But they just literally no research, whatsoever. So research is king.
Yeah.
And on situations like that, you've got to book. I mean, our whale watching thing we did, what was lovely is there wasn't 147 people on our boat. There was about 20. So you could move around the boat, you could get to good viewpoints to see what you wanted to say. And the same on the White Pass. We had a coach go in, train back, and it wasn't oversubscribed, and it was fabulous, and that's what you pay for.
Yeah, so if you've got an option of a small group and it's not too much more expensive, we recommend doing that. So let's have a look if we've missed anything. Life of the Party says, I have a complaint. Ooh, we booked Umbrella Cruises. You recommended them so highly. Now I booked again. It's all your fault. That's the sort of complaint we like.
Send us a bill, and I'll put a check in the post. And
Kevin's just saying, once again, catch the end of the live, this time from MSC Seaside Cruise of the French Antilles. Hello from almost St. Martin. Oh, enjoy, Kevin. We're there next week. So let's have a quick look. I think, what's the most exciting drink you've had?
Well,
where's that? Brian's is asking.
It's not the most exciting, but it's the stupidest drink I've ever had, and that was on Princess. And because I'm basically a child and can't be trusted, the cruise monkeys taught me into having a something al fuego, and I can never remember the first thing, and I think it's melon and chilies or something. And it's like drinking lava.
Yeah.
And I had one of those, and that was one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made in my life. So not exciting, but certainly stupid. But I still go back to like a good old-fashioned mudslide, Morella do. I didn't realise Azamore. I did do them actually, but I'm gonna have to try one.
Yeah,
I can't.
I'm sure you had one, Paulie, when we were last on there. I always get excited about having a Bloody Mary, because that's my go-to drink. Because that's to me, I guess, for you guys, if you get on to the cruises, the first thing you do is, I like to go to the bar and have a Bloody Mary. To me, that starts my cruise, and I love it.
But of course, when you go to Canada, which is where Kevin Austin's from, it is Canada, isn't it?
A lot of Canadians in tonight.
But that's the name of the country. Canada. And their Bloody Marys have got clamato juice, which is clam juice and tomato juice mixed together. And their Bloody Marys are called Caesars. And Carole is a very big fan of a Caesar.
I am. Well. Clamato juice is a game changer. Anyway, we're going to have to go. Sean's just saying another great live. So thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate. Please do, if you get any messages from us on Facebook that doesn't appear to be us, then please block and report. As we've said, we will be live next week. We will be live actually from Fort Lauderdale.
We will.
And it'll be Wednesday. But keep an eye on our. So yeah, keep an eye. I'm sure it's Wednesday if I can get my. It is, because we fly Tuesday, don't we?
And if you want to say anything mean to these people that are purported to be us, I'm very childish, and I wouldn't mind that at all, because I wanted to put something mean on there earlier, but Carole wouldn't let me.
Yeah, it's just frustrating, but that's the world of social media. We can just block and remove and move on. So thanks, guys, for joining us. It's been a pleasure as always.
Fabulous.
I'll go and give Paulie a bit of a burpee.
Oh, I do.
Don't get a burp. No. Oh dear. And we will catch you next week on next Wednesday. So keep your eye out for that one.
That's the hand I can see that.
That's the hand you can see. So thanks everyone. See you soon.